If I could have any superpower and I could have it for 5 minutes, what would it be? If you had that choice, what would you choose? I mean, I know what I would choose. I mean, and we got a little bit of that here recently. Netflix just released the latest blockbuster film, Project Power. And let me tell you, it's as fun as it sounds. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit. And maybe a few spoilers and stuff. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Brain, mouth, heart, blurred over is ready. So let's go to the moon. That is so stupid. Sorry. Get ready. Hey everybody, it's your boy Montel. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day, week, month, year, millennium. Hopefully you guys are being safe, you're staying well, you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're washing these critters, you're putting the protection on your face, you're staying as far away from so-and-so as possible, 6 feet at least, and you guys are just doing what you need to do to stay safe. Please take care of that for me. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for all my new subscribers, people coming and checking out my channel and seeing that the stuff that I make is legit, down to earth and organic, and most importantly, it comes from my heart. So if it's genuine, you can't go wrong. Thank you so much for all your support on the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and it's everything. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe, okay? Let me know that you want to check out what I'm making and that what I'm doing is entertaining and fun and informative. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be one of the first people to know when I do something like that. And of course, like my videos. Please, 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 please. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you again. Thank you again. Also, thank you so much for supporting my podcast, Blerdicorn Speaks. I just uploaded our 23rd episode, and that was a lot of fun. We had a chance to chat with the ladies from Everything But the Bullshit, the podcast, EBTBS, Demi Love and Mama Lolly, who are my bestie and my best friend respectively. And it was a good time. It really was. And of course, you know, I'm back talking geek and nerd stuff. I'm going to be coming back to you with all kinds of content, with all the fantastic comic books and anime and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm finally going to start doing anime. I've talked about it long and long, but I'm finally going to do it because I wanted to make sure that the first anime that I talk about is one that I'm genuinely interested in. You know what that means? That means we're going to do it. Oh, we're going to do it. Okay, anyway. So, moving on. I introed this video because I had the chance to finally see Project Power, the latest Netflix big budget movie that they released last week, and it stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jamie Foxx, and a young lady named Dominique Fishback. And let me tell you, I had a blast from the beginning. And it's funny because it still goes into the mythos of comics of how to acquire powers, and it still crosses it with real world problems like, you know, drug abuse and drug addiction and everything else. So what they did, the plot is really simple. There are these pills called power, and each pill, it looks like it's a supernova inside each of the pills. They will give whoever takes the pill superpowers for 5 minutes. So what's funny is during the course of the movie, we were seeing people take the pill and go analog, just beep, and then they would just have their timer on to do whatever they were doing. And I said, okay, I like this concept. Jamie Foxx in the movie, his character is Art. Art is an ex-soldier who is searching for his daughter. And there may be some spoilers in this, so if you don't want to find out what's going on, feel free to back off. But I'm not going to give you everything, just giving you the basis. Art is looking for his daughter. His daughter was kidnapped and he is searching her out. And when I tell you, this boy is straight ruthless with anybody he comes across, and he doesn't crack a joke. That's one thing I can honestly say about seeing Jamie Foxx in a dramatic role. I like it when he's dramatic, when he's not cracking jokes. When he is a serious actor, he embraces the role and he's believable. And I like what he did with this. So he is on the hunt to find his daughter. We also meet another character in the movie, portrayed by Dominique Fishback. Her name is Robin. Robin is a teenager who happens to be one of the people who is selling power, but she's doing it because her mother is sick and they don't have any health care and money for her operations and procedures. So she is selling power and building money so she can do that for her mom. Well, unfortunately, things go crazy in the movie and we meet Frank. Frank is by the way, the movie takes place in New Orleans, so you already know people there are doing what they gotta do. We meet Frank, portrayed by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He is a police officer who believes that using the tools available to take down the bad guys is necessary. So he will take power to do his job. His ability is basic, I would say, being nigh bulletproof. Oh, he feels the effects and you can tell it hits him, but the bullets don't go through. So he has that tough, hard hide. And we find out that a lot of these powers are based on the abilities of animals in the animal kingdom. If you want to look at speed, you're looking at strength, you're looking at toughness, you're looking at agility, all the other stuff. A lot of them are based with powers from animals in the animal kingdom. So we also find out that the company that makes this, named Telios, is just pushing this out, and they're trying to do clinical trials on people in the community. So they're peddling this in order to acquire data to make the process more permanent. Don't give a damn about the people that are taking it. They're just putting it out there, and you see it as a high-tech operation, and they're courting with people from different countries, and basically saying, you have this, you can change countries, you can take over, and all this other stuff. And let me tell you, it's a wild ride from the beginning. The pace is actually really decent. It's not too slow and it's not too fast. You get the chance to find out more about the characters as the movie go. You actually start feeling invested in them, all the while knowing that they're all going to come to a head. But there's going to be an end. And of course, the main villain is a character named Biggie. Biggie is the one who works with a scientist who's trying to sell power, but at the same time trying to make it permanent. And he's realizing, I'm giving you this for free because the clinical trials that we're conducting on these people that are taking it, we're taking that data. So we're working to make it permanent. But the question during the movie is, what's the source? And we start seeing little vestiges of it through it from flashbacks from Art. And then we come to find out that Art's daughter, somehow, some way, because I keep saying Frank, I'm sorry. Art was part of a platoon of soldiers. They were trying to make super soldiers. They were putting radiation in them and chemicals and everything else, and they didn't do anything for them. But the power and the ability to have these powers was passed on through his offspring. So his daughter has these abilities, and his daughter was kidnapped by this company. So now he is on a roll, and when he meets Robin, and it's a really rough thing because Robin is selling it. He's trying to find out who the source is, and Art doesn't care who he hurts or who he kills till he finds his daughter. And then of course Frank comes into it, and the character of Frank by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I actually like him. He's relatable. He just wants to do the right thing and get that off the streets so it doesn't hurt the people of New Orleans. But of course, he's got his back against the wall because the police department is in the pocket of the people in charge of this whole thing. So he knows he's got to do this. So they eventually end up teaming up, and we find out so much more about Robin. Robin just wants to get away. She wants to do better, but she didn't have a course. And of course, it took Art for her to explain that what you can do best is your power. That is your power. And this girl she can rap, she can spit. Let me tell you, she is spitting. She's spitting. So we see them go and they find where everything is, and then you have this huge fight finale feel, and it's crazy, and it takes place on a ship. But if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. you can connect to every single character in this movie. I like the fact that there is the characters that are supposed to be distant stay distant. They don't just drop in and disappear, because now you have them in your front view. You have them in your sights. So, but I really loved the movie itself. It was fun. It reminded me of a comic that I used to read years ago called Dial H for Hero. There were these two kids that had these dials that looked like the rotary phones, and if they wanted to use them, they had to dial the letters HERO, and they would turn into a superhero. Didn't know what hero was going to be, and it was a fun concept because the heroes were created by readers, and they had the readers submit their heroes, and when they portrayed the hero, they gave them credit for that. I've got to find that comic in here somewhere. I think I still have a couple of issues, but it was so much fun. I even submitted a hero, and of course it didn't get picked, but it doesn't matter. But that's the feel that it has, and the connection with Frank and Art and Robin, and even Robin's mom, and you see it come across these other characters. You feel like you genuinely understand the struggles that they're all partaking in, especially Art. All Art wants, and as a father I understand, he wants his daughter back. They took her, he wants her back, he wants to make sure she's safe. So, my thoughts on this movie, I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. I'm always about a fun story where you get invested in the characters, you find out what they're all about, you want to feel them reach their goal and come to the end. When you get to the end of the movie, you want to know that they did the best that they could, or they made sure someone else was okay. I like that. I like that Jamie's character Art has a mission, and he didn't care who he hurt. But you can still see him dial back at certain points because of his humanity. You know, he wasn't a complete and total monster. And of course, we find out that Frank has an ability. I keep saying Frank. I'm sorry. It's Art. We find out that Art has an ability when he takes power, and it is phenomenal. We only get to see him do it once, but Art is... Wow. I'm still thinking about that, and the fact that it was, for lack of a better term, explosive. So, and I'm sorry for calling the wrong characters by the wrong name. I'm sorry. But that's how excited this movie made me. I'm actually going to watch it again because I like watching movies a second time to pick up on little Easter eggs that I might have missed and little vestiges of other stories that may have come together for this. So if you haven't seen Project Power, I highly recommend it. It is available on Netflix, so don't be cheap and try to go the underground route. Go to Netflix, go check out the movie, find someone who has Netflix, borrow their login, get the movie and check it out. I think you'll like it. I know what garbage is garbage, but when it's a solid movie and at least it's trying, I definitely give it props on that one, okay? So, thank you so much for checking me out, guys. Thank you so much for all the love. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Please share my videos, share my channel. Please continue to support me. Thank you so much for supporting my podcast, Blerdicorn Speaks with Miss Angie. We are doing this thing weekly, and I enjoy it. It is a focus with everything we got going on in the world. Why not have something to entertain you? And I don't mind lending part of that, okay? So, with that being said, you amazing, sexy, beautiful people, do me a favor, please. Please, 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 please do me a favor, please, please. Okay? Stay nerdy, stay geeky, please stay sexy, and please stay safe, okay? You take care, guys. Bye. Yeah!